We are about a week and a half after the release of Greenland 2 Migration, the sequel for Greenland that came out in 2020. A cool story about the Greenland film, at least the first one, is that it actually took us 4 hours to watch for about an hour and a half movie. I watched it with my whole family. We watched it on demand instead of a different streaming service for some reason, and it just kept stopping every 5 minutes. So it did take 4 hours, but in a way, in all the bad ways actually, it was a little bit nostalgic for me. So I was a little excited to watch this sequel coming up at the start of this year. So Greenland 2 has the same stars as the first one. You have Gerard Butler and Monica Baccarin in the lead roles for this film, as they are trying to migrate to a different part of the world, as after the comet strikes in the first one, there's different tectonic activities, different natural disasters going on to where Greenland is no longer safe for them to live. They need to migrate to a different spot in the world. Before I go mainly into a negative direction in this film, there's a few attributes that I did like in this movie, one of them being the idea of chaos and how it arises when people experience a crisis. You see that in natural disasters today. You see that in just any type of event today where sometimes people will resort to violence. And you see that in this film. You see that in other films as well. It's not stealing from it. It's just borrowing earned trust that we've already seen in other films and just other areas of life as well. Speaking more about that topic, it reminded me a little bit about The Last of Us and how it's not really a zombie movie, it's more about how people react to each other. And in this case, for this film, it's less about the natural disasters and more about how people react to each other because of these natural disasters going on. And that's all I really have positive in this film. I still did enjoy the film to a degree. I knew what I was going into. It's just a cheap little natural disaster movie, so you're not going to get big character arcs in this film. So let's go more into the negatives and what I didn't like as much about this film compared to the previous one. An attribute about this film that I didn't notice as much in the first one is some spotty CGI. You see that a lot with tsunamis and the electromagnetic storms that you have in this film. Also, speaking about those natural disasters, those semi-natural disasters that basically are a cause from the meteor striking the Earth, is that it wasn't very grounded in reality. I thought that the first film, despite an asteroid hitting the Earth, still felt a little grounded to me. But when you had these tsunamis popping out of nowhere, you had these electromagnetic storms that didn't look real at all, it kind of deviated away from what was, or what you would think would be, a grounded reality in a natural disaster film. But one of the biggest negatives of this film is those natural disaster tropes you get in many movies just like this. You have many different scenarios where someone says that they can help the Garrity family that we are following, despite being upset at them at first. But when they realize that they can help them, they're always like, "Oh, I can help you, help me." That happens about 2 or 3 times during this film. You also have just the tropes that always happen in a natural disaster movie. The main family that we are following always seemingly evades disaster in every way. You have them crossing over a bridge right before it falls down while other people are falling down to their death. They are escorted along enemy lines in a battlefield with breeze. They don't even mention them going through it except for 30 seconds, which is a big destination that they're trying to get to in this film. You have a bunch of convenient coincidences as well, like the English Channel just happens to be dry, so they could drive across the English Channel. In a movie like this, sometimes you just have to brush away those coincidences. You just get stuff like this in every type of natural disaster film. Sometimes you just have to live with what you can get. And this is less of a negative for me, but more of a mixed portion of the film. Although we are following the Garrity family along the whole way throughout these 2 films, it seems like the other lives of all the other people that we meet along the way are always at risk and have no importance whatsoever. It also basically cuts a lot of the tension when the Garrity family are encountering these natural disasters. We know they're probably going to make it out alive in these scenarios, so a lot of tension is cut when they do encounter these instances. All in all, Greenland 2 is an okay but not great film, and not really needed for a sequel for this now franchise that we do have. You can wait to stream this if you are interested and if you have watched the previous Greenland. So this is the first film of 2026 that I have seen. Look out for more videos for more upcoming movies, and hopefully they are not as late as this one is after release.